Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to math. Today, we're gonna deal with polynomials. All right. Today, we're gonna multiply polynomials. Before we get started on the concept, from the previous concept, is polynomial a one term, two terms, three terms, or four? Okay. Remember, submit your answer with your notes in today's work. Okay. Now, when we multiply polynomials, there's a few different ways to do it. Okay, I'm going to show you three different ways to multiply polynomials. Okay, I'm going to start off with today with the vertical. Okay, or should I say the horizontal? Start with the horizontal today. Multiplying polynomials horizontal. The way we're going to multiply polynomials is the problem we're going to use is x plus 3 and x minus 4. Okay, that's the problem for today. Again, there's three different ways to solve them. I'm going to show you the first one today. It's called horizontal, or dividing or multiplying polynomials horizontally. The way we do it is on your first pair, okay, or your first group, you're going to break it apart. Okay, we're going to break it apart. We're going to have an x, and we're going to have a 3. Okay, so we push them apart. For your second term, or your second groups here, you're going to leave it as it is. Okay, you're going to make two of them. You're going to have one for the x minus 4. Okay, and then over here, x minus 4 on 3 as well. Okay, so now we have x parentheses x minus 4, close the parentheses, and then we have another set on the side that is 3 parentheses x minus 4, close the parentheses. Okay, so all we've done so far is on our first problem, or first group, okay, or first coordinate, however you want to call it. Okay, there's different ways. We broke it apart. We took it apart into two different terms. Okay, you have your x term and your 3 term. Okay, because it's x and 3. Your second term or group, we left it as it was. Okay, that's all we've done so far. Now we're going to put, since it's positive 3, we're going to put a plus in the middle. Okay, because it's positive. Now we're going to do what was called distributive property. Okay, distributive property is when you distribute or you multiply the number on the outside, okay, or variable in this case. The variable on the outside with the term on the inside. So we have x times x. Then we have, let me get another marker here, the x times the other number, which in this case is minus, okay? So we have x, since the outside is positive, plus x, negative 4. Then we do the other term, positive 3 times x, so plus 3 x. And then finally, we're going to have the 3, or positive 3, times negative 4. Okay? So positive 3 times negative 4. We're breaking it all apart. Okay? So we have x times x. If you guys remember from the last 6 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, you learn how to combine variables where if you have x and x, they both have 1, you add them, you have x squared. So this became x squared. Then we have positive x times negative 4. Since one's positive, one's negative, they're being multiplied. The answer is negative. Negative. Always put the number before the variable. Okay, in this case, since they cannot really combine, you're going to keep both for x. Then positive 3 times x again. Since they can't combine, we keep both of them, right? So plus 3x. And then finally, we have positive 3 times negative 4, which is negative 12. Okay? Notice that the reason why it's called multiplying polynomials horizontally is because notice how we're multiplying everything just straight across. Just straight across, okay? So the final answer is we're going to combine like terms. Notice that we have an x squared. There's no other x squared in here. So we leave it as it is. So we bring down x squared. Okay. Now we have negative 4x plus 3x. Notice they both have an x. Since we're adding and subtracting, we have negative 4, positive 3. The biggest one wins, which in this case is negative. So minus 4 minus 3. It's 1, right? 1x. And then finally, your constant. Since there's no other constant, we just bring it down, okay? So minus 12. Since nothing else can be combined, that is our answer. Okay? Does anybody know what kind of equation this is called? It's called a quadratic equation, okay? Keep that in mind, hint, hint. Because we're going to see a little bit of this later on. All right? So, now, make sure you write down all the notes. Little recap. We broke down the first one into 2 terms. The second one will stay the same. We distribute. Broke it down even further. We combined as much as we could. And then we arrived at our answer, which is a quadratic equation, okay? If you have any questions, make sure you send me an answer. Make sure you send me an email, okay? So here is your assignment for today. All right, guys, the assignment for today is x plus 2, okay? X plus 3, okay? That's the first one. Then we have x minus 4, x plus 1, and then finally x minus 6, x minus 2, okay? Remember, we're doing them horizontally, okay? That's the method we're using today for dividing polynomials. Remember, there's 3 different ways. There's horizontal, vertical, and something called FOIL, okay? The third video, we're going to do that FOIL. It's very popular here at Precision Academy. But for the purpose of today's video, give me all 3 in horizontal way. Make sure you submit your answers as soon as you're done watching the video. And again, guys, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, okay? I'll be waiting for your email.